welcome to Road to Silent... Road to I already made the mistake. Road to Siren Hills, but it is based and inspired by Silent Hill. It looked interesting. And the controls are actually normal. Fantastic. Let's get into it. Great. This piece of junk died in the middle of nowhere. Which piece of junk? I can't see it. Oh, am I supposed to hit E or something? Now I'll have to go on foot, but where am I anyway? It's just a flashlight just sitting in the middle of the field. Ah, here's my piece of junk. I see. Is it a Volkswagen? Engine dead. It's, Siren Hills. Not to be confused with Silent Hills. That was my mistake, by the way. It's quite amazing that, this universe doesn't have such a thing called stars. Or moon. And moonlight. It's just pitch dark. It's just... Burner. Wire cutters. So where will I cut wires? Like this wire? There'll be specific wires I have to cut? I can't jump. Oh. Ah, this one? Why is this one differently colored? I've used the wire cutters. A little weird. A little strange, but alright. It's an indicator at least to help you find out which you have to cut, but... There's a key down there. That is kind of strange, I will admit. Let's enter the, I could find something useful inside. That's what he said. Okay, get inside then. I'm gonna assume it's locked, but they don't tell me. Book it. Burn it. I don't think the sound effects are good sound effects to have. I don't know. When you think Silent Hill and when you pick up an item and it makes the... I can't 100% remember the noise, but just like... Honestly, I can't remember off by heart the Silent Hill sounds, but they always sounded like they matched the game, you know, the game world without... But this is just kind of, you know, burning. I think, what? It's not spooky sounding. It just sounds... I don't know what the word I would use. It just sounds off. It's a weird sound effect. Okay, we got a key. And we use the key. Oh. What are the outer limits now? It's some kind of note. I love you, Charlie. I always will. Talking about moist critical? What? Floating windows. Okay. Huh. A bed. Can we sleep? No, my eyeball. Why is this here? That's a good question. Why are there so many windows? Oh. Go, lady? I don't think I should turn my back towards you. No, it's not moving, whatever. I'll turn my back to it. Oh. I will always love you, Charlie, no matter what you do. It's supposed to be a euphemism on sex. I'm just gonna dive in this hole, though. I have no choice but to get inside. Anything else? It sounded violent. I think I'm in my old apartment. What is going on here? I like the flashlight where it's like you have nothing when hit F, it just comes into existence. Pun intended. It's a lot of beer bottles. I have to find a way to get it open. It won't budge. Scary. It's impossible to open. Locked. So we need a tool. Oh. Burning. Gray key. Bedroom. Opening the door to get to a pipe. Oh yeah, okay, right click. Okay, no. Left click to attack. Okay. We might have an enemy at some point. It's impossible to open. Really? You don't have hands? Workable hands? Okay, what am I whacking? I was assuming I'd use the pipe and just bash this door open, but if this won't budge and I can't bust it open, I'd probably need like bolt cutters for these, unless... In here? What am I whacking? Besides possible enemies, I'm confused. It's making a kind of buzzing noise. Really? I hit E at the window, and then something busts out of the window and instantly kills me. What? Okay. Okay, at least there's a checkpoint. But what jumped out of the window as soon as I was right next to him, giving me no chance for self-defense and instantly killing me? At least we didn't lose much content, or... Content? At least we didn't lose much progress, but... Ah. He just... It's like a fucking DVD logo bouncing to the corners. Oh, it's getting huge! Uh-oh. We won. That's close. I think something sealed our way from escaping through here. That was, yeah, it's just like the DVD logo. Pop. And suddenly a random pop sound, which will sound, there's no way I'm getting out through here. Some people might have heard a popping sound that might sound familiar to certain people. Do I have to do that again in these windows? Unless it drops something and I didn't see it. Bottles. So... Oh, the chains are gone. Okay. What is this place? Is this meat? This looks like a tumor. You know what tumors look like. Perfectly spherical, too. Honestly, I've never seen a tumor. I've never seen... I mean, operations or autopsies and... Is that a tumor with a face? Oh, giggles when getting beaten. Okay, that's... Alright. Oh, this one has many eyes. Texture problem? Like, this looks normal, but this looks like a texture blend done weird. Oh well, whatever. Weird. I'm trying to find at least another note. What have you done? I'm trying to find the relevance to Silent Hill, or how much it is inspired by Silent Hill. Is me crawling in a vein, or... I'm finding more sexual euphemisms more than I am finding references of Silent Hill. Although Silent Hill 3 was about what was it? Like Heather fearing sex. I can't remember if it was the R word, let's say. I don't know if YouTube would kill me if I said it. Another note, we were supposed to become a family. I'm thinking it has some kind of references of, like Silent Hill was always, I'm not sure if every series, but I know Silent Hill 3 was about Heather and, you know, like pregnancy, childbirth, and fears in that regard, which gave birth to the creature designs. But I'm maybe assuming this is what also the indie developer for this is going for. Maybe it's like the main character has fear of commitment or something. Who knows? Charlie, I'm scared. Okay. Strange. More tumors. Gonna assume then if there's tumors, then it's just literally a story about someone going to die of ligma or tumors, and they're scared, and we ran away. Oh. I must have fallen asleep by the wheel when I stopped. What a weird dream it was. The fuel ran out. I gotta find a gas station and buy some. There are no gas stations in this direction. Well, at least it's not dark anymore. We're still at Siren Hills though, or about to reach. That looks like it's going to a farm. What's this way? Yay, radio. Well, at least that's Silent Hill related. You know what? Let's go back. I'm not sure if it'd lead to a dead end over there, which makes it so I had to go backwards, but that's quite a walking we've done already. And nothing showed up, so I'll check over here. Maybe this is a dead end, but it's good to check. The house we went to? A note, yes. It's a note, like in the dream. Do you remember how we ran when the siren sounded? Well, did I run goofy? Poppy, softer than a daisy. Softer than a daisy? Are daisies delicate and sensitive or something? I'm not a flower expert. I just presume all flowers basically mostly the same in delicacy. You know, if you step on it, it dies. If you don't water enough, it dies. Too much or too little sun, it might die. Good night, Charlie. Oh. I'm dead? Is... Okay, let's not read the note then. I thought that was going to be like the end of the game suddenly, but then it's just like you died. I was like, oh, I did something wrong? But the game went black and I couldn't see anything. I was still trying to move, like with the WASD, to move away from the sound effects of the stomping feet, but I died anyways. Another radio, though. If the game's not going to end at that point and I get a radio, we have to make use of the radio or just not read that note, maybe. We'll just avoid the note and go... Maybe we have to avoid the radio's static sounds. What? Okay, that's stupid. Okay. That's not how the Silent Hill radio works. I mean, yeah, it alerts you with danger that's coming at you when monsters are nearby. But instant death? It seems a little unfair and cheap. But, okay. We will not read the note, and as soon as the radio gets to a certain loudness, we go in a different direction. There might be like an invisible maze, maybe, that we have to avoid. Like going this way. There are game store images showing the rusty chain link fence flooring and doors, so there should be more. Okay, let's just rush forward as fast as possible, hopefully. We don't have a flash. Oh, there we go. So there's a creature that chased us? But it was so dark I didn't see it, Oh. Wait, is it literally? Oh god, he moves fast. Fuck. I can sprint. Okay, good. I can sprint. Sprint was not active till just now, and the game doesn't let you know. You should really be like, hey, sprint. It won't start. Okay, well. Ah, there it is. This is what I saw in the screenshots. Literal Siren Head injection in a Silent Hill game. I don't know what's going on, and I don't care. I gotta get out of here before I lose my sanity. Can you explain to me how one loses their sanity? How does one consciously know what the teetering point of sanity is? Who wrote these? Could it be Natalie? Yes. Oh, that answers the question. Natalie, is it you? Yep. Oh, okay. I don't like this. I haven't disappeared, Charlie. Natalie, make up with me. Let's make out. Let's have weird Silent Hill-like sex. This can't be happening. You don't remember, do you? You disgusting drunkard. Well, at least it's not PT. Doggos. No killing me, please. I don't want another game over. I'm not sure if I should turn on the flashlight, but I would do anything to end this nightmare. Can we have weird, strange meat sex? Hello, darling. Who are you? What do you want from me? Can't you see I'm Natalie, your beloved wife? That's impossible. Natalie would never look like this. She was beautiful. She has also left me 2 years ago. Just disappeared without a word. You still believe in this lie, Charlie? No, you just don't remember the truth. You were a drunkard back then. I am dead, Charlie, and that's your fault. What? What are you talking about? The night I vanished, you got very, very drunk. And we got into an argument. You lost control over yourself and beat me to death. Oh. With that stupid pipe I told you to get rid of before. You've murdered me in this old wooden house of ours, and then you've just thrown my body off the cliff for nobody to ever find it. You got so drunk that night that you simply forgot about it. Interesting story development. I don't think that's how alcoholism works, per se. Like, that you could forget something that tragic simply because alcoholism. Like, alcoholism does tend to make you forget few things, but, you know, once you notice your wife's missing for 2 years, you'd think, you know, you'd put some pieces together instead of be like, man, I was drunk as fuck last night, my wife is now missing, and I'm not gonna look for her, and I'm just gonna... How does a character, you know, like, tangibly, realistically just be like, oh, okay, I guess my life must have left me. You know, all her stuff is still at home, everything's still there, and you just move on and presume she left you and left everything. Realistically, in the scenarios of what a person would do if they were wanting to leave you or running away from home, so to speak, it just makes no logical sense that a drunk person would just be like, oh, I can't remember what happened. I can't remember beating my wife to death with a pipe because I was drunk. And then, what, he just, like, sort of throws all of her stuff away afterwards and then just, like, thinks that she ran away? I don't know, that's kind of dumb. But sure. You got drunk and forgot about it. That can't be possible. You are not Natalie, and none of this has ever happened. Of course it happened, you idiot. Why would I leave you? I loved you so much. I know I didn't tell you this, but I was pregnant. Remember how we dreamed about getting a horse? Did you say a horse or house? In case we would have a baby girl in the future. Enough, you're not Natalie, and whoever you are lying. I'm putting an end to this. Really? Am I forced? I'm gonna leave. No? Okay, I'm gonna beat her up again, because I'm angry drunk. Because I don't think there's also multiple endings. I know you are there somewhere, my love. One day I will find you, but now I have to get out of this place. And the flashlight just died. Great. The original Siren Head. I don't know why they just shoehorned Siren Head in there. He's just there for 5 seconds, just to chase you into the house, to then tell you about the story about you being a drunkard who beat your wife to death. Story's a little fucking questionable there, a little amateurish, and I don't want to sound patronizing, but I mean, it sounds like the kind of story you'd get from, you know, a 13-year-old writing a story for a middle school or elementary school kind of edgy story that you'd made. It's the kind of shit I made, actually, long ago when I was like, I don't know, 10 to 13 years old. I made edgy horror stories. That's how it all began before YouTube, you know. I was part of a forum that was really stupid. I'm not gonna name names. Really stupid forum, but I like to create stories and, you know, fictional horror stories. I remember one of them was at least, I mean, I thought they were all good in hindsight as a kid. I mean, I remember liking them a lot. I remember one of them just being really brutal, but it is like super edgy, and I remember someone coming up to me and asking if they could use this story as material to make an animation about it, but I don't think it went anywhere. But it was a really interesting concept. But, I don't know, then I stopped making stories. But all I'm saying is, the story really reminded me of, you know, edgy horror stories I made as a kid. I mean, even my stories had a lot more going for it. Like, my story isn't like, if you think of it like in terms of, like, you write it on paper, it's like, okay, well, here's the story. You're a drunk guy who's sort of in limbo, sort of like PT, but without the repeating hallways. You're in Silent Hill-like town where sins of your past reveal themselves in analogies or metaphors or euphemisms, and the true story is you beat your wife to death and you completely forget magically because alcoholism, and Siren Head angrily chases you into the wooden house where you beat your wife, where she confronts you and tells you the truth, and in retaliation for her talking to you and her not looking hot anymore, you beat her to death. And then you're like, oh damn, it's dark. I got a my flashlight stopped working. It just me picturing the rough draft or a note with that story written on it. It just sounds stupidly childish. And again, I'm not trying to be rude to the developer. I'm just saying that's how it is. It's just like the game itself, graphically and pacing-wise, was perfectly fine. But in terms of writing, you should probably think of things that just aren't that kind of quality. Maybe has a bit more thought put into it. But otherwise, I'm sure a lot of people would probably say similar in the comments, so I'll just put it out of the way and say it myself so then other people aren't maybe, you know, too upfront and rude. Because I know sometimes it's like I'll play a game and a lot of my viewers are also blunt and honest, can give pretty critical, constructive criticism. And sometimes I've seen developers really, like, they read all the comments and really take it to heart. And then they'll maybe get really upset by it. And I've seen some developers, they'll screen cap the mean comments, or mean comments, quote unquote, or rude comments, or people being more rude than they need to be. And they'll post on Twitter and, you know, cry about it. And it's just like, if you're going to publicize a game, you're going to get rude people. You're going to get, obviously, criticism, bad criticism, good criticism. Just always best to take it on the chin and, you know, improve. Use it to become better. Because there's always room to improve. Everyone has room to improve, even myself. But otherwise, I hope you enjoyed anyways. If you did, please leave a like, comment, hit the subscribe button, become a fluff subscriber, hit the bell notification down below for updates on my videos. Thank you for watching. Until the next time.